it what?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, chocolate and cigarettes. Before I went down in the port, I worked in the office, so they give you a big bureau supply and accounts books, and they tell you what to order. So the officer come over to me, he says, we ordered 4,000 pounds of chocolate candy. Now, mind you, we had no refrigeration at all. We had Quonset huts.
In Hawaii.
Hot Hawaiian sun beating down. And when it comes to cigarettes, we ordered 400 cases, 400 Luckies, 400 Camels, and some other off-brands.
Did you say Spuds?
Spuds.
Jesus. I know what they are.
That was a brand of
That
cigarette.
was a brand of cigarettes. I smoked Spuds when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that word in probably
Yeah.
70 years. Oh my God.
And I said to the officer, I said, oh, sir, that's not the way they sell. He says, you see this gold up here? He says, I do the thinking and you do the doing. Comes in, 3 weeks later, we went to the warehouse, we took the 4,000 pounds of chocolates to the dump and dumped them, and they ordered another 4,000. We had Canfield, I had 4,000 cases of beer, and we only had about 150 guys on the station. And that's how crazy they ordered stuff. The wood, what they were going to do with wood, I don't know, because any new building that went up was a Quonset hut. Well, finally what happened, we had a lieutenant commander. Now, he was an Atlas graduate, and he was in charge, and he was an asshole from the word go. So, one of the warehouses collapsed. So, of course, that called for an investigation. So they sent a rear admiral over from Pearl Harbor. And the guy came over, and I drove him around in the Jeep to the various buildings, and he looked at all the stuff, see? And he says, who ordered all this stuff? I said, well, and we were following orders, sir.
The guy with the brass on his helmet.
Yeah. So, typical of what's wrong with the government, they take this lieutenant commander, instead of busting his ass down to an ensign and put him aboard ship, they put him in Pearl Harbor in charge of a little ship service store, which sells stuff for the enlisted people. Mm-hmm. You know, but he still gets his high pay. The whole thing. His dad was hard pressed to get gasoline to make a living, and these goddamn officers, each one had their own car, and each one in the morning, boop, 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 out to the supply office, they went, which was a couple of miles away, and then they wouldn't think of going together, you know. The waste, Jesus.
Didn't you have a hassle over paint?
Huh?
Didn't you have some kind of hassle over paint?
Oh, yeah. You know, they take a person like you in the Navy and they say, oh, okay, you're a seaman. What did you do for a living? Okay, we're going to put you in charge of a winch. So they put you aboard ship, and now this thing is loaded up in the hull. And it comes up, and there's always a certain amount of movement. Well, the paint came in 5-gallon drums, and the paint was falling into the water, and a couple of them went on the dock, and I was afraid we were going to get somebody killed. So I went up to the old man, and I said, you know, it's either gray or it's white, or the other was rust preventative. So I said they should be put on pallets and strapped down And I said, then I can count them real easy this way. I was working with civilians. We didn't have enough Navy people, so we hired civilians to do the actual work. And they couldn't read. I didn't know that. When the underwear came in, I told them, I said, I want the 32s here, the 34s, 36, 38, 40. So then I go on to another part of the ship, and I come back, and Jesus, everything is all mixed up. So I said to this one fellow, I said, oh, well, what does this say? He said, I don't know. He couldn't read. Then they hired everybody but Japanese. And they had a lot of Filipinos. And they were poor, uneducated. They worked in the pineapple fields. And then when the Navy opened up its base, they made more money working for the Navy. But so